You go for a long ways.
Okay, let's go. And the stars of the show. So we're getting ready for the Riverwalk barge tour. Then we're gonna find lunch. I'm thinking Mexican. In San Antonio, I think that's the only choice there should be.
Life jackets, yes, I have some underneath these hatches right over here. If you guys happen to fall inside the water, do not panic. Just stand up and walk yourself out of the river. It's only 2 to 5 feet deep. Only one small area is a lot different than that. I'm going to be pointing at that area as soon as we get there. Alright, let's start talking about this section right here on the left hand side. This is called La Villita. La Villita in English means little village. This is the oldest neighborhood right here in San Antonio. It was established in the year 1722. What happened was, Spanish soldiers who were stationed at the Alamo, those Spanish soldiers, they settled this area and that's how the neighborhood got started. Now, if you guys go up these stairs behind those walls, they still have the original homes that they used to be right here, 302 years ago? They turned most of those original homes back into like shops and restaurants and art galleries. It looks pretty cool up there. You guys want to get a little shopping done going on. Now this section over here, this is the Anderson River Theater, established in the year 1941. It has capacity for 800 people. They have concerts over here. They have at least 150 different events here per year. If you guys look to the right hand side, this is the stage. Are you guys familiar with the movie Miss Congeniality with Sandra Bullock? If you guys remember the movie, there was a part in that movie where Miss Sandra Bullock was doing a bikini competition. She was in this very same exact stage. If you guys remember the part very well, when Miss Sandra Bullock was on top of this stage doing her bikini competition, there was a part where she winks and then she giggles. That's because she saw me driving by on my boat. I'm not making this out, guys. Next time you guys watch the movie again and you see Miss Sandra Bullock doing that, you guys gonna be like, yeah, that was Bob right there. That was Bob breaking hearts. I still remember like it was yesterday. You guys see the statues over there in front of us? The statue of the bulls with the cowboy on the back of the horse. It looked like a scene from the Wild Wild West. Building sitting right behind it, that's the Briscoe Western Art Museum. They opened their doors back in the year 2013. There are a lot of cool artifacts inside this museum. But this same building is being here since the year 1930. In the year 1930, this building used to be the public library. Just a friendly reminder, everybody please remain seated. That bridge over there in front of us, it's very, very low, and I need to make sure to align this boat to go right in the center of this opening so nobody hits their head. So a couple of weeks ago, I had a national basketball team. They came on the boat tour with me. Right when we were going underneath this bridge, I had to tell all those guys to lay down. Underneath this bridge is where most people get free haircuts. You can see that black table over there in front of us? That's the Father Massonet table. It was gifted to us back in the year 1991 by a local artist. But this table is sitting on top of an island. The name of this island is Marriage Island. Over 300 couples get married in this island per year. If you guys look at this island from above, the roots of this cypress tree make this island look like it's in the shape of a heart. If you guys would have been here during Valentine's Day, there was a crazy long line of couples trying to get on top of this island, either to get married or to propose. Like gentlemen and children, we have reached full speed. Yeah. Push it to the limit. Guys, I'm really not making this up. We've been going full speed ever since we left over there. Sometimes people worry when they see ducks are swimming in front of the boat. They think we're gonna run them over. You know what? I try. Can never get to them. They're too fast. How about this beautiful building on my left-hand side with a big beautiful flag all the way in the top of the building? That's the Tower Life building. It was built back in the year 1929 by the Smith Young brothers. Cost them $3 million to build this tower. $3 million. Do you guys see those other little things sticking on the top of the building? Those things are called gargoyles. When it rains, water comes out of their mouth.
That's cool.
The Smith and Young brothers were very, very superstitious. If you guys look at the lower portion of the building, above the tree line, you guys gonna see some ugly looking faces. Those things are called grotesque. The reason why they put these ugly looking faces there is because supposedly they were off evil spirits and bad business. But they did not work. That same year that they completed this tower, 1929, that's when the stock market crashed. And that was the beginning of a really bad era. So 3 years later, the Smith Young brothers had to sell this entire building for only $300,000.
Wow.
Building in front of us, that's the Bayard County Courthouse, oldest continuously operated courthouse in the state of Texas. It was built back in the year 1897. When we having some heavy rains, there will be 2 floodgates that will close. This is one of them. These 2 floodgates are the ones that keep this area that we've been on away from flooding. The section we just entered right now, this is the deepest part of the river. This is the flood channel, 21 feet deep. But don't you guys worry about it. I did tell you guys earlier we have life jackets in this boat. What I did forget to tell you guys is that I only have 2, and one of them is mine. Back in the year 1921, we had a really bad flood right here at the Danton area. The water rise 10 feet above the street level. So the water rise 10 feet above the bridge in front of us. It killed over 50 people and it cost millions of dollars in damages. Then along came an architect with the name of Robert Hugman. He is the one who designed the flood channel and floodgate system. Everything was finally completed in the year 1941 at a cost of only $430,000. That's how the architect earned the title of Father of the Riverwalk. If you guys look at the bridge behind me, on top of the bridge, you guys gonna see some shiny looking things. Those things are locks. They call the bridge the Love Light Bridge. Oh, so beautiful. So what happens is, couples get a lock. They put their initials on the back of the lock. They put the lock on top of the bridge, and then they toss the key down the river. Supposedly when they do, the locks their love forever. But if you're not too sure about your situation, they also have combination locks. That's a very minor tree. This is the biggest and oldest tree right here at the San Antonio Riverwalk. Some people say it's about around 400 years old and 100 feet tall. Do you guys remember I told you we have 2 floodgates that keep this area away from flooding? This green structure in front of us is the second floodgate. Only 2 things that makes this floodgate different than the other ones. One is that this one comes up from the top to the bottom like a car garage door. And 2 is that this one is over here and the other one is over there. This tiny little building right here on my right hand side is the Squire Tavern. This is the oldest spot right here at the San Antonio Riverwalk. They opened their doors back in the year 1933. In fact, they opened their doors as a fully stocked bar exactly 5 minutes right after Prohibition ended. 5 minutes before Prohibition ended, it used to be a barber shop. They said that back in the days, people would come here and get haircuts 7 days a week. I believe that's the stories, I do. They have the longest wooden bar top in the state of Texas, over 100 feet long. This building right here on my left hand side, back in the year 1853, it used to be St. Mary's School for Boys. Only boys were allowed to come to the school back in those years. So come out with that idea. Then the school got too big, they had too many alumni, they had to move the campus a few blocks away from here. Somehow, eventually, it became St. Mary College. This same building then reopened their doors back again in the year 1968 as La Mansión del Río Hotel. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Lakes Hospital. Lakes Hospital was built back in the year 1930. In the year 1930, the Lakes Hospital was the first and only hospital in the entire nation to have air conditioning. No other hospitals with air conditioning before this one. A lot of famous people have been born there. Carol Burnett is an actor, singer, comedian. She was born. Michelle Rodriguez from the Fast and the Furious, she was born there too. Carol Baskin from the TV show Tiger King. She was not working apartments. You guys need to put your name on a waiting list, and you're gonna be waiting anywhere from 5 to 7 years. But if you guys only go to the first level, then it's only gonna be a 15 to 20 minute wait time. That's because the first level is just a restaurant. I heard that a one-bedroom apartment over here goes for around 800 bucks a month. I think that's why the wait list is that, and because it's on the Riverwalk, I think that's why the wait time is 5 to 7 years. Talking about restaurants, I'm sure you guys already noticed there's a lot of dining options in this area over here. For example, right here on my left hand side, this is a mix between Mexican and American food. Around here we call it Tex-Mex. Over here on my right hand side, we got Mexican food. Over there, we got Chinese Mexican. Over here, Italian Mexican. Right in that corner over there, you guessed it right, barbecue Mexican. I'm sure you guys already got that point by now. Welcome to San Antonio. Mexican food everywhere. There's like 25 Mexican restaurants in this little area right here all over. On the right hand side, the corner by the stairs, that's the Clifford building. Back in the year 1941, the architect of the Riverwalk, Mr. Robert Hugman, decided to put his office in this tiny little building on the river level. The only reason why he did that is because he wanted to show other business owners that this area was going to be safe from flooding. And guess what? They were. Because inside this river, there's a lot of fish, turtles, snakes, snails, crawfish, all kinds of animals. Water from this river comes about 4.5 miles away from here. It comes from the Edward Aquifer. The Edward Aquifer is a natural underground limestone lake. Back in the year 1981, there was a local kid named Tommy Johnson. He was 16 years old. He is the one who set the record for climbing their staircases the fastest. From the bottom to the top, he did it in 5 minutes and 18 seconds. That 16-year-old kid is now 59 years old, and his record still stands. But don't you guys worry about those stairs. They also have elevators. They got elevators in there. I like those better. Alright guys, I'm gonna get serious for this because I am about to talk to you guys about the most important statue of all, and I'm gonna explain to you guys why I said that. The most important statue of all is this one right in front of us. This is called the Stargazer. She was gifted to us 2 years ago by a Mexican artist named Pedro Reyes. She is made out of volcanic rock. She is 16 feet tall. Can you guys see what she's holding in her hand? A star. The star is made out of marble. As we get close to it, if you guys look at the center of the star, there's a tiny little hole in the center of the star. So she's looking inside the tiny little hole. She's looking through the tiny little hole. What she's trying to see in 1968 by the country of Portugal. Saint Anthony in Spanish is San Antonio. That's who they named this city after. That's who they renamed this river after as well. It represents the friendship between the United States and Mexico. Somebody asked me about that.
Watch out, ducky.
for barbecue. We got brisket, ribs, wings, pulled pork, pork chops.
I wouldn't come. It's out of volcanic stone and marble.